Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
When I landed my junior graphic designer role at Synergy Media, I was ecstatic. The pay wasn't amazing, but the opportunity was huge. To cut costs in the city, I ended up sharing a flat with another new designer, Miles Corbin. We hit it off quickly, bonding over late-night design sessions and our shared ambition. Soon, we even decided to pool our talents for a lucrative side project, a pitch for a major tech client that promised a significant payout. My share of that payout was earmarked for a specialized design course I desperately needed to advance my career. We set up a joint digital account for project expenses, software licenses, stock photos, mock-up materials. Everything was transparent, or so I thought. After a few months, I noticed the balance on our project account was dropping faster than expected, and we hadn't even bought the most expensive assets yet. When I cautiously brought it up with Miles, he waved it off. "Technical glitches, Alara. Client payments are slow to process, too," he'd say, always a little too quickly. I trusted him, perhaps foolishly, overlooking the subtle shifts in his demeanor, the new high-end gadgets that mysteriously appeared in his room. Then my mother, ever vigilant, called me about an odd transfer from my personal savings, a small sum I'd moved to the joint account for a last-minute software purchase. It hadn't cleared, and she suspected something was off. That's when I dug deeper. It wasn't just glitches, it was theft. Miles had systematically drained nearly $1,800 from our joint project fund, using my login details when I was out, or when I'd mistakenly left my browser open. He was using the money for designer clothes, expensive takeout, and luxury tech. My design course, my career advancement, everything was on the line because of his selfish actions. When I confronted him directly, he exploded. He accused me of being incompetent with money, of trying to sabotage our project, of being paranoid. His fairly aggressive tendencies, once a quirky part of his personality, were now a mile-wide red flag. His fierce denials only solidified my suspicions. I meticulously gathered every shred of digital evidence, transaction logs with timestamps, IP addresses showing access from his device, cross-referenced with his social media posts showing off his new toys. I knew his charisma could sway people, and his anger was volatile. I needed an ironclad plan. I decided to involve Julian Hayes, our director of operations, but I knew his word against mine might not be enough. So I prepared a trap. I scheduled a meeting with Julian, framing it as a discussion about budget discrepancies for the tech pitch. I invited Miles, portraying it as an opportunity for us to clear the air and present a united front. The morning of the meeting, I made sure my phone's voice recorder was discreetly activated and placed in my bag, out of sight but well within range. I walked into Julian's office, my heart pounding, but my face calm. I began by presenting my compiled financial evidence, the vanished funds, the irregular transactions, the IP logs. Miles, as predicted, started his performance. He accused me of poor financial management, of fabricating evidence, even of trying to frame him because I was jealous of his superior design vision. He became more agitated, his voice rising, his face reddening. Then he went for the jugular. He launched into a tirade, questioning my professional integrity, belittling my design skills, and even making derogatory remarks about my personal life. He implied I was lazy, incompetent, and that my dream design course was just an excuse for a vacation. His rage was unbridled, a torrent of vitriol and baseless accusations. Julian initially looked bewildered, trying to interject, but Miles was on a roll, intent on destroying my credibility. That's when I acted. "Miles," I said, my voice steady, "your aggression is exactly what I was prepared for." I pulled out my phone, stopped the recording, and pressed play. The room fell silent as Miles's own voice filled the air, raw and venomous, confirming every hateful word he'd just spoken. Julian's expression shifted from concern to stunned outrage. Miles went pale, his jaw slack, the color draining from his face as he heard himself. He had been caught red-handed, not just in theft, but in a display of pure, unadulterated malice. Miles was immediately suspended. An internal investigation, led by our senior legal counsel, Claire Jenkins, swiftly confirmed the financial theft, corroborated by my meticulously gathered digital evidence, and crucially, the irrefutable audio recording of his professional misconduct and aggressive behavior. Miles's parents tried to intervene with their own lawyer, but the company's case was airtight. The fallout was swift and devastating for Miles. He was fired, his professional reputation in tatters. Synergy Media made sure that his actions were documented, effectively blacklisting him from many design firms in the city. They pursued the stolen funds, resulting in a small claims court order against him. Miles ended up moving back in with his parents in another state, his promising career dead before it had truly begun. I, on the other hand, received my full $1,800 back, along with a significant bonus from the agency for my integrity and astute handling of the situation. I successfully completed my dream design course, and my career at Synergy Media has since flourished. The satisfaction of seeing him reap what he sowed, completely self-destructing on a recording I meticulously secured, was profound. Sometimes, justice doesn't just knock. It records your assailant's confession and then kicks down their door.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.